All right, guys, we are live. How is everybody doing? I'll give everybody a couple moments to pop in. This is a little bit later than usual, but that's because I was with my buddy Guido Stacking for our monthly giveaway event for charity. It's called the Gaw for Good. And holy cow, we
Wow.
raised a ton of money for Make-A-Wish Foundation. And I see Three Nines is in here. Three Nines was a huge sponsor for the giveaway. My goodness, guys, he was sponsoring 3 prizes. Grand prize being the 10-ounce silver bar, which went to Michael I. We had Bold Precious Metals in there, who sponsored the event as well, and they gave away the Philharmonic coin with ruthenium, and they gave away the lunar
Ruthenium.
ruthenium. Says Guido. Tomato. But man, oh man, Silver Husky, what's up, buddy? Kevin Rose is here. C-Rod, Richo's hunting treasure. Good to see you. Silver Husky, what'd you miss? Nothing yet, bud. Silver Smokestacks. Shaw's prospecting. South Carolina, what's going on, buddy? How are you? Shaw's, good to see you. Donald in New Mexico, let me hit you up with a wrench. Add mod. Bam. You are now blue, Don.
Donald's a man.
He is the man. Donald helped Guido and I run everything in Guido's stream there, and I could tell that Donald was up for wrench promotion now. Bella's dad, aka Phil, you missed a huge giveaway event on Guido Stacking's channel just moments ago. We raised a ton of money for the raffles. I mean, it's hard to tell what this chicken scratch is to you guys, but like some people, like every one ticket was a $5 donation. One guy did 13 tickets. So what's 13 times 5? 50, 65. Like that's just one person. Like it's crazy the amount.
Well, no, I could show them the
show them. Yeah. Here, let me do present.
I have it right here.
Look at that.
Is it on me?
Hold on. Present to everybody. Now it's on you.
Look at this. These are all $5 entries, guys. Every single one of these. Look how many there are in here. Every
one of those tiny crumpled up pieces of paper is like an Abraham Lincoln.
That's crazy.
That is insane. Yeah, so Bella's dad, aka Phil, man, you gotta make sure you're tuned in to Stacking Stormtrooper, brother. Make sure you're subscribed to my newsletter. You would have seen it.
And Michael I, is he in here right now?
I don't see him, but he's usually in on my streams, but I don't see him. He's
the big winner, 10-ounce bar of silver.
10 ounces. Terry Rabidoo is here. Gunnar Kirk is here. He's ready for some pasta. Krull from the 80s. Gunnar, I vaguely remember Krull. Silver Streak is here. Lee the Nerd, what's going on, buddy? King's Coins is here. And again, big thank you to Three Nines for making that event as epic as it was. We will be doing this again. We'll be doing this again probably the last Tuesday of July. Guido and I will confirm the date. Yeah, it was great. And we still have to decide which charity we want to do for the next one.
Yep.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. By the way, King's Coins, I am very disappointed I wasn't able to attend the interview. Congratulations on being on Sal's channel for an interview, dude. That is awesome. The exposure definitely helps, no doubt. And that's great that you have Sal's attention. So congrats to you, my friend. It's an accomplishment to get on there, in my opinion. Blended Whiskey, what's going on? Haven't seen you in a while, partner. How are you, pal? Hey, Barbara. The toys I loved the most from the 80s were Muscle Men and the little pink rubber people. Yeah, South Carolina. Did you happen to see on my thumbnail? They were in there. Muscle Men. I had a ton of those, dude. Guido and I were talking about. Guido had GI Joes. That was his thing.
I love G.I. Joes, man. I had a bunch, and the ones that I had are probably worth money, but I destroyed those a long time ago.
Do you still even have them?
No, I blew them up. I'm dead serious. I blew them up. Yeah, I was a troublemaker when I was a kid. So.
Dude, I did all sorts of stuff like that too. I remember I had one I did a similar thing. I had one GI Joe, and I stretched him out in the middle with that little rubber O-ring, and I stuck a firecracker in there. I lit the firecracker and ran, and then when it popped, the guy went in like a whole bunch of pieces.
You remember Stretch Armstrong? I think that was 90s though, right? Was that 90s?
Oh, it might be on the cusp.
Really? I had one. I did everything in my power to try and break that thing.
Gunnar Kirk says he loved X-Men figures. I don't remember having X-Men figures.
No, me neither. I had the cards.
Huh?
I had the cards, the X-Men cards.
I didn't. X-Men cards. I had like Marvel Masterpiece.
Yeah,
Marvel Universe. I had all of those. My wife made me sell them all. I'm disappointed. You know, now that I have a room of my own, now I'm like, ah, crap. Thundercat says Lee the Nerd. I remember that. Thundercat.
We got Cessa 14 in the house.
Cessa was a winner.
She won the moon landing and the Constitutional, right?
Yep. And Gunnar Kirk says that Snake Eyes was the best G.I. Joe. I agree. I think Snake Eyes was awesome. Wasn't Snake Eyes arch enemy named Storm Shadow, if I'm not mistaken? Worked for Cobra. My son opened Stretch Armstrong. A cut opened Stretch Armstrong.
Oh, Tano says Slinky.
What's that?
The Slinky. That was
Slinky. That's from like 1950s.
Really?
Slinky's been around for a long time, dude.
Oh man.
Think about it. It's like a metal piece of. It's just metal. You know, King's Coins earlier was saying, "What's up, Tana 171?" King's Coins was saying he had a stick. So I'm thinking, I'm picturing like the King's Coins playing with the slinky and the stick. Yeah, South Carolina says Storm Shadow. Yep. Hey, what are the papers for? Jacob Gonzalez says. Jacob, that was, I'm going to present again for Guido.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. Every one of those pieces of paper there, Guido and I, we do a charity event once a month. It's called the Gaw for Good. And this was a raffle that every single $5 entry got your name on a piece of Post-it paper there. So what you're seeing there is every single piece of crumpled paper is like a $5 bill. And all the profits from this evening's events are going straight to Make-A-Wish Foundation. That was a lot of fun.
So last month we raised $309 before YouTube took their cut, though. But whatever.
Right.
This month, I think we probably doubled it.
I would say we doubled it. YouTube will take the 30% cut on all super chats.
Yeah.
You know, Guido and I were talking. The thing with PayPal, which is great, I see this as two different things. Okay, you got PayPal, you get 100% of the proceeds, and that's obviously a lot more beneficial. However, I see the value in the super chats in that people are going to stay within the stream. They're not going to bounce off. They don't want to miss anything. They'll send it right then and there, right within the stream. They get the initial, they get the recognition from everybody seeing it. And then I also feel like it creates like a frenzy type of atmosphere when they see people going, you know, $5, $15, $50 super chat, $20 super chat. They're seeing that stuff. I feel like that kind of gets people in the mood that they need to maybe spend a little bit. So I personally feel like even though YouTube takes their cut, I feel like the super chats is the way to go.
Yeah, I agree.
Silverhawks, South Carolina is asking me. Silverhawks, I do not recall Silverhawks. But going back to what you were saying about Muscle Men, I loved Muscle Men. Did you have those, Guido? Do you remember those?
No.
Muscle Men were, and if you saw my thumbnail, they're like these little like 1 inch in height, pink figurines. They were like rubberized plastic things. They were bizarre looking. They all had mohawks. I mean, they were weird looking things. In fact, you know what? Let me pull up because it's hard to describe them.
If I see it, maybe I know.
You would know it. While I'm pulling this up, you look at the you man the chat for me, brother.
Yeah, you got to remember, Storm. You're double my age, so.
Oh, you're an a-hole.
No, we're actually not that far apart. But no, I never had those. What I had, which I don't remember if it was 90s or 80s. I had Ninja Turtles. I had
Ninja Turtles. I had
Legos. I used to build some crazy Legos, and my best friend at the time used to have like this Lego city, so like pristine, like he had like these planes like from string. I mean, crazy. And I remember I convinced him to destroy it. And,
oh, you were a destructive little guy.
And if you saw my Legos compared to his, my Legos were everywhere. I build it and then I would just destroy it like instant. And so basically, I went there and I'm like, man, let's just break it. And so we did, and it was fun at the moment. But as soon as he looked back and saw the destruction, he started crying. It was pretty funny. So no, I've never had those.
You never had these things?
No.
Oh, they were so strange. Like, look at here. Let's try to find a better image. I typed in muscle men and that just pulled up bodybuilders. But like, look, I mean, let's see what happens here when I pull on this. Mattel 1980s muscle men. I mean, these things were bizarre. And I had a ton of them. Oh, Pinterest. Give me a break. Get out of here with that Pinterest stuff. But they, I mean, this is what they were. And like, look at this guy down here. Look at a camera with an arm, and like all their arms just like kind of sticking out. Like they're like these weird, bizarre wrestlers. So you never had these, huh?
No, never. Nope.
They would come in like these plastic garbage can things. And I don't know. There's so many of them. I remember there was this one that was just a giant hand with a face on it. Weird.
I remember more of the 90s than I do the 80s. I was.
Well, that makes sense because you were, how old are you again? 30, you don't want to say. 33?
So, yeah, the 90s is more fresh in my mind. I did like the Pogs.
And yeah, Pogs that was like my sister's generation. You're my sister's age. South Carolina says I still have mine. And Chef like Capone, what's up, bud? Yeah, dollar stores had them a lot, says Gunnar Kirky. Oh, yes, they did. And I remember my grandparents, if I visited them, I would love going to the the dollar store with them because it meant that they would buy me these stupid things. How about this? Let's see if you guys remember this. Are you able to see me searching?
Yep.
Okay. Do you remember Castle Grayskull?
Actually, I do.
He-Man?
Yeah.
Masters of the Universe. So
holy cow, that's how much they are?
Yeah, man, it's crazy. So that's a different Castle Grayskull. I had this one. And you know what's messed up? If I could find the interior, like an image of the interior. Interior. There was this trap door. Here it is. Man. All right. So you see this thing? It bifolded on hinges. Mm-hmm. You opened it up, and over here, there's a little trap door. And this throne, you would twist it, and it would release the trap door. Well, I had a pet hamster as a kid, and I stuck him over here, and he would be walking across, and then he wouldn't go over here, so I'd just nudge him onto it, and then I would swing it open, and I'd drop him through into the dungeon. Oh, poor little animal.
Yeah,
$400. Somebody's saying, what's that?
My toys never lasted very long. I used to be very destructive, and I used to sneak into. I have an older brother. I used to sneak into his room and destroy all his stuff when he wasn't there.
Did you?
Yeah, actually, that's actually how I got into guitar. I liked it since I was a kid. He had a guitar, and I used to go in there and open up the case and like start messing with it. And it was like a really expensive guitar. Now that guitar is probably worth like $7,000. He sold it back in the day. But I used to lay it down and like hit it and untune it and snap the strings. And oh man, I used to terrorize my brother.
Oh, I remember these things.
I don't know what those are. What are those? Oh wait, those do look familiar.
Like I think they were like mix and match. Like the heads would come off in the hair.
Yeah.
I just typed in 1980s toys, but yeah,
Yes, Barb, I'm a lot nicer now. I got all the evilness out of me when I was young.
yeah. My sister, I your evilness. Oh man,
Yeah,
I
I was bad. I was a troublemaker. I feel bad for my parents when I put them through. God.
Oh, I did a whole bunch of. I was a troublemaker too, dude, and now I'm paying for it because my kids are beasts, and I'm a teacher, so I'm dealing with kids all day.
my my mom bought me a, I'll never forget. I was into like really rough sports. I liked football and like hockey. I played roller hockey in Florida, believe it or not. And she bought me she's a tennis player, so she bought me a tennis racket. And literally the same day she bought it, like this expensive tennis racket, I destroyed it. Started hitting it against rocks.
Oh man,
Yeah. So yeah, those Ninja Turtles, man. I used to have a bunch of those things.
I had all the Ninja Turtles. Had Bebop and Rocksteady, and I had a couple Foot Soldiers. I think I had Shredder.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
and I had GI Joes, and of course I had the 1980s Star Wars figures. You know,
I
but
didn't. You know, I didn't have those.
Star Wars. No, I know you didn't. You didn't live as a child.
Yeah, I'm not. I could never get into Star Wars. I don't know. Never got into it. Maybe I'll give it a shot for you, Storm.
Gunnar Kirk says Splinter,
Splinter. Yeah.
Master Splinter. Um, Fraggle Rock says Bella's dad, aka Phil, but Fraggle Rock was the puppets. That was more of a show. Not so much the toy. Not unless they did make toys. I just don't remember. 1980s wasn't complete without California Raisins. Yes, South Carolina Relic. Oh, let's pull those up. Dude, I had a whole bunch of those.
What is it?
The California Raisins. You don't remember that?
Is it a raisin?
It's a action figure, but
The
dude,
raisin with the hands and arms, and
yes,
glasses?
they looked like turds.
Yeah.
Here, California Raisins toys. Here, let me hit it. And they were a commercial, but they were like claymation. So let me do share to everybody. They're like claymation, and it was like a big commercial success.
Tara
And
said you were a spoiled child.
what's that?
Tara said you were a spoiled child.
Me?
Yep.
Yes, I was. Here, let's pull up California Raisins. Look at these things.
Yeah, I remember those.
Oh my God, that says $95
That's
for
crazy.
those things. Four of them. I had the guy with the what's that?
Is someone really going to buy it for $95? You think?
I mean, if they have the disposable income, like look at me. Look at me. I spent almost $2,000 on my Stormtrooper costume. So if somebody really wants a California Raisin, I had these guys. That's crazy. That's crazy. I forgot all about those. What's another 1980s staple, guys? Ton of 1980s bobblehead, says Mr. Doughboy. Do you guys remember? Hey, what's up, ECP? Micro Machines. Yes. And do you remember Micro Machines?
Let me see them. Let me see.
Oh, dude, they were cars the size of like a quarter of half an inch. They're half an inch big. I'll say, am I still presenting?
Oh, yes. I did have a bunch of those. Yes.
And then I remember vividly when they came out with a line of these things that the doors and the hoods and the trunks opened up.
Yeah, those things were awesome, man. I remember
these.
Yeah.
Man, I wonder what the heck I did with them. Oh wow, and then they had the city. That's taking me back, guys. Look at that. Those were the days, man. And I had this black Lamborghini, and the doors flipped open, like flipped up vertically, and the hood and the trunk. It was awesome. Gunnar Kirk says, I loved night lights. I remember that. What is that? Night lights, bright lights, turn off the bed, or go to bed and turn off the lights, something like that. Or Night Bright. I think you're talking about Night Bright, Gunnar Kirk. Night Bright,
Yeah,
I think.
Night Bright.
Night Bright toy. Night Bright toy. Yep, there it is. Oh, Light Bright. Light Bright.
That's it. Yeah, I remember the commercials.
I freaked out until I got me my buddy doll. My buddy, wherever he goes, or wherever I go, he goes. Do you remember that, Guido? Probably not.
No.
Check
But
this
it
out.
reminds me of Mr. Bucket, that song.
My Buddy Doll 1980s. Well, it's very similar to like Chucky from Child's Play.
Oh my goodness.
Here, My Buddy Doll. See it?
Oh man, I would never own one of those.
So this was a thing that they were trying to target boys for dolls. I actually never had a My Buddy, but if you see the packaging, right, you see this image,
Yeah.
and then when I type in My Buddy doll, it looks just like the Chucky doll. See it, Chucky, in that thing.
Oh man,
see
that is
Chucky.
creepy.
So yeah. But My Buddy, I remember that. Chucky does rock, Terry. I heard that the most recent movie is actually not bad.
But
Donald,
I gotta head out, sir.
You gonna head out? Okay, brother. Hey,
Yeah.
thank you.
I want to say thank you again, man. We had a great night, and I couldn't have done it without you organizing it all. So just want to say thank you.
You're welcome, dude. I feelings mutual. It was a lot of fun. I enjoy collaborating with you, and I'm looking forward to doing the next one for sure.
I can't wait till next month. Everybody in the chat, have a good night. I will talk to you guys later. And thank you everybody that was in the charity stream. Thank you so much.
Can you do me a favor, Guido?
It depends.
Before you leave, can you do what is up and then like a super long pause and then just say guys?
Oh yeah, I can do that.
All right, go ahead, do it.
What is up? Guys! Was that long enough?
It was good, but remember I said you got to do like a 10-minute video where it's just a 10-minute pause.
I should do that. Maybe for April Fools, I'll just do that, and I'll be the whole video.
So stupid. Oh, that dumb stuff makes me laugh, man. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, have a good night, everybody.
All right, bro.
Take care. Thank you, Storm.
You're welcome, brother. Anytime. Thank you.
Later.
Later, dude. Guys, I see somebody in here wrote East Coast. Do you want a link? Hold up 1 second. Scriptonic says Garbage Pail Kids. Yes, Scriptonic, dude. I don't know if you saw my one video that I did, but I have a whole series coming out, brother. I've got 4 binders, each with every single Garbage Pail Kid ever, dude. So yeah, man. See, I have all of them, all of the originals from the 1980s, series 1 through 15. Every single card, A and B, all in binders. See, check that out, brother. Every single one. Scriptonic. That's actually why I did my. Those of you that don't know Atom Bomb, let me pull up. Actually, I'll pull it up on the screen. It's easier for me than fiddling with wearing the helmet and the binder. Let me put that in there. But yeah, Scriptonic. Atom Bomb. It was an iconic image of Garbage Pail Kids. Atom Bomb GPK. And then let me just share my screen with you guys. Screen share. All right, so you guys have seen this image. Atom Bomb, right? Scriptonic, I hope you're still on here. Okay, so now I'm going to hit stop on that. And then Scriptonic, if you're still in here, that's why my friend, he designed this for me. It's a Stacking Stormtrooper. It's a little blurred right now. I apologize. I'll try one more time. See if it will focus. It's just not wanting to do it. But anyway, it's very detailed, and he made it. It's a little Stormtrooper. It's called Stacking Stormtrooper Garbage Pail Kid. Whatever. I can't get it to focus right now, but so yeah, I just had those printed up. Loved Garbage Pail Kids, obviously. Stormy, what Garbage Pail Kid are you? I am the Stacking Stormtrooper. That's me. How about you, Terry? My ribs hurt from laughing, says Barbara. Donald in New Mexico, you know what? I probably would have done a dissertation. I did have to do a thesis, though. I do have my master's in education, believe it or not. But let's see. I'm just reading. I want one. Scriptonic, email me. Email me, and I can send you one. I'd be happy to. King's Coins, email me, and I'll send you one. Valley Pop, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. Likewise. Valley Pop, email me your address. I was just telling people, those of you that are interested in my Stacking Stormtrooper Garbage Pail Kid, my good friend designed this for me from scratch. If you're interested, send me your address, stackingstormtrooper@gmail.com. But yeah, we're talking 1980s toys. Transformers. So South Carolina, I didn't really get into hey Storm, this was great. Be back in the future. Cool, Tano. Awesome having you. Thank you so much. Do your students watch your channel? Yes, King's Coins, they do. Actually. ECP. Let me get you up here, bro. I could get you on here for a few minutes if you're still down. You want to come up here? Let's get you up here. I am Valley Pop. I am 500 first. I have a website. I'm with the Northeast Remnant. That's my garrison. I actually have an event that I'm trooping on the 30th, which is what, Sunday? Valley Pop. But yes, I am 501st. Absolutely. Let me get my email open here, ECP. Stormy, you get your package. I haven't been to the PO box in a handful of days. I've been busy. I do plan on going at some point tomorrow. I have a lot that I need to mail out. So I'm going to try to get there. Yeah, Valley Pop, I've been with the 501st, I'd say, for about a year and a half now. All right, let me go to my inbox. Compose. ECP. You down with ECP? Yeah, you know me. All right, I got that there, ECP, and that there, and I'm typing in link. All right, ECP, the link has been sent, my friend. It's been sent. Army Men, says Donald. Oh, cool, Valley Pop, awesome. Thundercats, Aaron Krause. I had Thundercats. Not a lot of them, but I did have them. I was big into the Star Wars and G.I. Joes. The thing about G.I. Joe that I liked was that they articulated in multiple joints. So that's, I kind of liked those to play around with them a bit more. And if any of you haven't seen or on Netflix, they actually have a series called The Toys That Made Us. Awesome series. I think they only had 8 or 10 episodes, but it was a great series for sure. Silly String, I remember those. And how about Koosh Balls? Terry79 says Thunderstruck. What are you, AC/DC? Thank you so much, Valley Pop. What's going on, ECP?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How you doing, bro?
Doing pretty good. Just got back from feeding the cows.
Nice. Now,
yeah, I'm a country gentleman. I just like to, I might be a white collar boy, but I still like to get my hands dirty.
That's good, man. I don't know. I don't know.
I've got a big outing coming up this weekend. I'm starting to pack up from.
Okay.
4.
What is it?
We're going to be out gold prospecting, so you'll have to check out a couple of my videos I probably put up. We might try and go live.
You would have to do Streamlabs, right?
Yeah, that, or I might have somebody like you or Lake House Beach or something do a hangouts and me just tag
Oh,
them.
I see what you're saying.
Yep, that might be the easiest thing to do.
Because I did. I don't know if you saw yesterday. I actually met up with Novus.
I
Did you?
did not. I put a 12-hour day in yesterday, but
Oh,
get
yeah.
get on much.
He and I ended up meeting up in the city, and because I happened to be in for a concert, I saw Dead and Company the night before, and I said since I was in the city and he happened to be in the area, we ended up meeting up and we hung out for like 4 hours. Just hung out, went out to lunch and everything, and
Awesome.
yeah. So the it was pretty funny because I don't have the capability to stream because I don't have 1,000 subs. And he was saying how he does through Streamlabs. So he's streaming on his phone, but then his phone crashed or his Streamlabs crashed. So I ended up downloading it and I did it for my phone. And about midway through, he ended up leaving me he had to go meet up with his brother real quick to get his watch or whatever. So I was hanging out on the stream, just talking to everybody. And then I just started asking random people on the street if they've seen Novus. Just random people walking by. I'm like, excuse me, do you know where Novus is? And they're like, what? What are you talking? Just,
Oh, I bet you that was hilarious.
it was funny. It was on. It's still up there, but I'm actually I edited a video with all the highlights, and that's on there. So I cut it down to like about 12 minutes, and I'm screaming his name on the street and everything. So I'm like, Novus, and
I gotta go back and watch that. I bet you that, dude.
it is funny, dude. It is funny.
I'm actually doing a group outing with Flash in Your Pan, a big YouTube channel. They probably got over a couple thousand. They're about the size of Yankee Stacking, and they're a prospecting channel. And then, of course, my big channel is actually on Facebook. I got over 4,000 people on East Coast prospecting. And so YouTube's just something new for me the last few months, and we're almost at 700. So we're still
That's awesome.
trying to get to that 1,000 mark, but I don't spend as much time on it. You really got to keep on putting out videos and content like what you're doing and get on with other people and talk to get it built up quicker. And I just can't devote the time to it because I'm working so much, with my regular job. So, fortunate for you, you can be a school teacher and get a little summer break, maybe put a little more time into it, which is good.
I wish that were the case.
No?
The only way that I'll be able to get the extra time in is if my kids go down for naps.
Gotcha.
And then
Well,
I
you got young kids then. I got old kids.
yeah, I got a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old. So if they go down for naps, then I'll be able to squeeze in a little bit of time. But do you see behind me, dude?
I did. I saw that. It's great. You're actually on the Hangouts. You're blurred out on me right now, but I can see it on the on my phone. I'm looking at chat.
Gotcha.
But I'm not sure what. For some reason the reception. I've got you all garbled up on my my reason.
Here, but I'm
there. That's fixed it.
Here, so I got those up.
That looks awesome.
And then and I couldn't hang another one because of the outlet down there.
I'm a DC fan. Maybe you can find a shorter one or something that might be above the outlet.
I might. The other thing though that I was thinking,
you need an X-Men up here. I might have to pick you an X-Men one up.
Oh, dude, that would be sick.
Oh, Stormy, I got to tell you what happened to me last week. My wife and I went and saw the new Phoenix movie, right?
I heard it was horrible.
No, actually, it's action-packed, but I'll tell you the problem with it is it's very deep into X-Men. If you weren't a really big X-Men fan,
yeah,
it's not good for you. If you were into the comic book and read it, absolutely, because it gets pretty deep into her character.
Okay.
But the action is nonstop, which is phenomenal. But the storyline, I think, probably loses the average person that might typically watch an X-Men movie or a Marvel movie because it's really deep into the comic book character and series itself. And I think that's what my wife was kind of like, I've watched all this X-Men stuff and this one's got me lost. So I think unless you really were into the comic book and the series and reading it,
right,
it's not that good for you. But for somebody like me, shit, yeah, it was great. But again, it was way back because I had to explain to my wife a lot of things what were going on. There's not a lot of context to her character and the storyline put into the movie, and that's the problem.
And see, even though I collected X-Men comics, I didn't. I never read them. I would just bag them and file them away. So
yeah, see, it's that whole Dark Phoenix trilogy or episodes that came out there, and that's the part. It's really deep, and people aren't picking up on a lot of that dark side for her and the Dark Phoenix, and there's a Jean Grey side, and it's almost like two alter egos, and I think it really loses a lot of people.
Right.
And that I think that's the biggest problem. But I'll tell you what, as far as an action movie goes, it's nonstop on your seat action. It's unreal.
So then why did it get such bad? It got like some horrible reviews.
Terrible storyline.
It
just, especially if it's a storyline that you could not follow unless you were really an adamant X-Men fan. But let me tell you this, there was a really neat movie poster up at this. We went to go to this one movie theater about 15 minutes from the house, further than normal, and had really comfortable seats. They got great deal on popcorn and Coke, good screen, never really crowded, which is nice. And they got kind of the lounger seats. And as I was leaving, the managers were out there, and I said, I want that poster up there. He said, you can have it. He said, well, nobody's asked for it yet. Put your name down, $30. When we take them down, we'll call you, and it's yours.
Which poster was it?
The new X-Men movie poster for Phoenix.
Really?
Yeah, so I have it. It's mine. It's mine whenever the movie theater takes it down. It's the full size, the nice, expensive one.
Wow.
And it was $30. He said, yeah, any of my movie posters that go up, he said, you can always ask and put your name in. If you're the first one to put your name in for it, you can buy it for $30. That's
cool, dude. I never even thought of doing that.
Yep, you can. You just got to put your name in for them because they get a lot of posters. They put them up in the seals, but they sell them is what they do. But I don't think I could buy that thing for any $30 on eBay.
Right.
So to me, I told my wife. She said, "What are you going to do with that?" I said, "Well, I've got a spare bedroom, almost like what you're doing. You're putting stuff. Now, this is a big poster, though. This would cover a whole wall." And,
oh wow!
Yeah, it's up on the big top ceiling of the theater, and it does have 4 pinholes in it because they put push pins up on each corner. But I don't know if it terribly damages it too much because it's just a small pinhole in each corner. But I want to roll it up, or maybe put it up in the bedroom, or just maybe sometime I'm getting my comic books out, put it up for a little bit. Get that tape that sticks and you can take right back off or something.
Yeah.
I just thought it might be neat just to put them. And I'm a real big fan, and I'm not much of a DC comic person as much as I am Marvel. With Iron Man, X-Men, Avengers, I've always been big on that. But I did love the last Wonder Woman movie.
See, I haven't seen that either.
Oh, God, it was awesome. And I got that poster. I did order it online.
How many are there? 1 or 2?
I think there's 2, but the last one I think is the best one.
I'd
have to look. Honestly, I'm not for sure. I think it was just the movie that just said Wonder Woman or whatever. Maybe there's just one. But I'm telling you what, she's in some of the other movies with like Superman and stuff. But I tell you what, the Wonder Woman movie itself, I mean, of course, Gal Gadot's a beautiful lady. She's drop dead gorgeous. But that was a great storyline and a great movie. You definitely need to Netflix that.
I saw like one opening scene, I think. And I know that movie got great reviews. There's like,
oh, it's one of the best. I've never been a Wonder Woman fan, and I freaking love the movie.
There is so much that I haven't seen. Like so many of the Marvel movies I haven't seen.
I think I've seen them all.
I haven't seen I think I saw 1 Captain America. I think I only saw 2 of the Iron Man movies.
Dude, you got it. I've seen every one of those 3 times probably.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I'm a serious comic book nerd.
Yeah, but you know how it is too. When you have kids, it's darn near impossible to find the time. You know what I mean?
You just got to wait till they're asleep and Netflix it at 10, 11 o'clock at night and go to sleep at 1 o'clock on a Friday or Saturday night.
See what happens. See, the way it's been working for me though is I'll spend time on here, and then the couple nights that that I don't stream, then my wife will want to watch something together, or I just pass out because I'm just tired
Oh,
of the
see, I
week.
talked my wife into watching that stuff with me.
Oh, my wife would actually. She doesn't mind the superhero stuff.
Yeah,
I have
mine
a
doesn't either. Mine watches. She knows how much I love them, so she definitely does the superhero movies, and I think I've got her kind of addicted to them now, somewhat, to where she looks forward to watching them too. And we make an event. I usually take her out to dinner or something, but I definitely, when any of the superhero movies come out, we're typically all over it. And I mean, I'm even watching the Green Lanterns and stuff, which I wasn't a DC fan at all, but I
right.
think all the Batman, all the Superman, and I never collected them. I do have some of those books. I need to send you a stack of comic books. I bet you I got enough over here. I bought a big lot a couple years ago at a flea market. I was
Yeah.
literally walking Stormy out the door of the flea market. I was looking at buying some coins, and there was an outside part of the flea market where people were set up with their trucks and cars and trunks. And I'm looking at this lady's stuff, and she said, and I see she's got some comic books, and I said, she said, "Won't you buy those all off me?" It's towards the end of the day, and I said, "I don't know what to do." She said, "Give me $5 for the whole box." I said, "Seriously?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Can I have the milk crate too that goes with it?" And she said, "Yep," because they're in a big milk crate and a box inside of it. And of course, there was magazines in there too. And I said, "Sure." And I gave her $5, threw it in the back of my Ford Expedition, and took it home. Didn't mess with it for a few weeks. Started going through it, and oh my God, there was tons of Mad magazines in there.
Oh, I remember Mad.
Oh my God!
Those were
Oh, I started
great.
looking them up online. Some of those books were $40 and $50 each.
Oh wow. So do you think she just
Didn't know what she had,
didn't know what she had?
and I didn't know what she had either. I wasn't trying to put one over on her.
No, no, no. You were just like, oh, you don't want them? Yeah.
$5, yeah. It's like again, it took me weeks to even look at it. There's Superman books in there, mostly
Wow.
DC stuff, but I'm gonna have to grab some of those and send them to you. But I'll tell you what I did. I ended up listing maybe 15 or 20 of them on eBay, and I sold. I can't tell you how many of them, maybe 20 or 30 altogether. A couple times listed 10 or 15, and I sold them and shipped them out and stuff. And I probably made a couple $100, and I still probably got 80% of the book still.
Oh wow.
And I went and bought some magazine. You have comic book bags and backing.
Yep.
They have those also for like the Mad magazines and stuff. And I went and bagged all those and put them because they believe it or not they weren't in that bad a condition at all. And I don't know if you collect Mad magazines or read them or something. I put a little package together for you.
It reminds me of like sleepaway camp in the 1980s. I would get like care packages from my grandparents or my mom or whatever.
Right.
And there would be a couple Mad magazines in there. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't that where you would like on the back cover, you would fold it in like 3 or 4 different ways and the picture would become something else?
Exactly. That's right.
Yep. And was that Mad magazine that had Spy versus Spy, or was that Cracked?
I don't know. See, I never was a Mad magazine fan.
All right.
I knew about it. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna walk back here to my closet here. I think my coin closet. I think they're in the bottom of my coin closet. Maybe I can flip the camera over and see if what we can take a look at. Maybe have a little reveal on.
I could do a present to everybody right now. You're presenting to everybody.
Don't do anything yet.
Oh, okay.
I see him. Hang on. I'm gonna grab him out of the bottom of the closet here.
All right.
That is too wild. I forgot I even had these till you started talking about 1980 stuff.
Donald the Mexico says, my parents threw away my comics and my Mad magazines. Valley Pop, I have almost every Star Wars book ever put out. Valley Pop, you probably know a lot more about Star Wars than I do. Aaron Kraft's Mad Magazine was Spy versus Spy, and they ended up making a cartoon after a while. Okay, so that's what I thought. I thought they were Mad Magazine. Tanya Z, what's going on? Good to see you. Always happy to have you here, Tanya. Stephen Parsons, sorry I didn't get the chance to say hello to you earlier. Thank you so much for coming in, Stephen Parsons. And Valley Pop is newer to my channel. Glad to have you as well. Jacob Gonzalez watched a couple episodes of the cartoons. Ozzy Alchemist, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. as always.
Wow, I'm digging them out, Stormy.
Awesome. I was gonna ask you, should I because I have this event on the 30th. I am so tempted to buy some stuff that I got rid of. Like, I don't know if you've ever done that where you've sold something and then regretted it and then bought it back. I keep doing it's such a bad habit. I buy something that I want and then I sell it eventually and then I regret selling it. Lee the nerd,
Okay.
I never had that. Here, I'm gonna do. You're presenting to everybody, so you're good.
Okay, good. So yeah, here's a good time while I'm grabbing them. You can do a shout out for me. Get me above 700 tonight.
All right. How do I have a feeling you were gonna ask that? Guys, do what you can
I'm a
to support.
moocher.
That's right. Get help out my boy ECP, guys. The way Guido was helping me, help ECP out. He and I, have every once in a while these discussions where he'll come on the channel and we'll talk all things about like comics and stuff like that. But definitely check out his channel. He does everything. He does some coin roll hunting, typically pennies, right? Don't you do typically pennies?
Yeah, when I could go live, I used to.
Yep. So pennies and oh, look at that, Mad Invaders. That's cool.
There we go. You're gonna have fun with this. I haven't pulled these out in years. So
What's the next?
So that's a 90 center. Here's a get goes really old. Look at this.
Oh, Clockwork Orange. Look at that one. Holy crap. So that's definitely 70s, obviously.
Yep. I'm telling you, this whole box was covered in them.
I'm surprised you don't sell them.
You know what? I make a good living. I just haven't really fooled with it. I put them up, preserved them, and I may just have to pick one of these out and send one to you.
That'd be sick.
Look at this. Look at how old these are. These are 25 centers.
Dude, then those are I bet you those are worth something.
I bet you they are too.
Especially if they're in good condition and you bagged them. See, I never.
They're in good shape.
So, do they sell are the plastic that they sell for the mag? Are they thicker? Like, are they meant to hold thicker books, or is that
they're meant exactly for these? I actually took it, so I went out of my way to make exactly books for that. There's a special edition there.
That is crazy.
I know. See, I'm trying to give you good content, and you needed to give me a shout out.
What is that one?
Hey, you can see them all. If I have a double in here, I'm definitely going to send you one of them.
Do me a favor, slide those up a little bit on the bed there, like push them up because it's there you go. Okay.
Better?
Yeah, because it was just like your image and my image on the bottom of the Hangouts was blocking it.
Okay. Here's
Terry says she's got Stan Lee's autograph.
Wow.
Is that true, Terry? Or are you just screwing with ECP?
I believe her. So this one says January of 73. These are all. There's Welcome Back, Carter. March.
I was about to say. I was going to ask. Is that supposed to be John Travolta in the middle there?
Yep, it is. Epstein and Benny Barbarino. There's a January of 73.
Oh, like Fiddler on the Roof. Fiddler made a goof. Wow, Terry 79's Terry Rabideau is saying no, that's true. She's got Stan Lee's autograph.
You remember the smiley face when that was big, right?
I remember.
Yep. Got another. Still got a big stack here. So that's a April 72. Here's a September of 72.
I wonder if they even still make them.
I have no idea. Like you said, all I did was I picked these up, and then they were. I bought this big box. Look, it was a cardboard box sitting inside of a plastic milk crate. Like 4 gallons of milk set in, and it was full of comic books.
Yeah,
and it was full of Mad magazines, and I just started going through it. This is funny. I like this one.
Don't buy this issue.
Yeah. And then
Timothy Spakowski is asking you, would you sell the Fiddler on the Roof one?
Sure, I don't have any problem with him. Have him email me.
Timothy, excuse me, email ECP directly. Do you want me to give the email address? No, you don't. I would say
Yeah, you're cool. It's
the
all over my videos.
the email that I used to send you this link.
Yep, ctabmchadwick@aol.com.
Okay. So there you heard it, guys. I'll copy and paste it in here.
So there's a map one. That one says, what's the date on that one? That is winter of 1981. Now we're getting into your 80s now.
There you go. Here, Timothy, there's his email address right there. I love Mad Magazine. You didn't offend me, buddy, says.
Yep. Here's one. This one is in 1980, December of 1980.
Let me pull that up. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. Hangouts. Okay, cool. You have a ton of them.
Oh, I told you I bought a big box. Wait till I show you the comic books next. I might have a comic book you want. You may not have to go buy it. It might be one from your childhood. You might get some payback on this episode.
Oh, payback. It's all right. I'm not in it for the payback, brother.
I'm kidding. You know that. So there's this one's in pretty bad shape though. This is a special.
Yeah, but there's still going to be somebody that would want to buy it from you based on, like, it's nostalgia.
Here's a neat one. I bet you this one's worth something.
Oh, heck yeah. That's sick. Godfather?
Yeah. Yeah, I bet you that one's worth some money.
That's crazy.
They probably had to get permission to even use that.
Well, to use the name, yeah.
December of 72. That's got some age on it, man.
Yeah, it does.
40 cents. And then here is April 73.
You have a bunch of them. Holy cow.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Asteroid Station says, I remember Mad. I got a bunch of new people in here. What's going on, Asteroid?
We're probably picking them up or everybody's seeing this good content.
As soon as you popped on with Mad magazines, it was like moths to a flame.
Yeah, you can go back and change on your Facebook thing and add this to the description of this video live. Might get some more hits on it. Might help you out for get to your 1,000. Now this one is cracked. You were talking about cracked, right?
Yeah. They were like the redheaded stepchild to. They're like the poor man's Mad magazine.
There's a Charlie's Angel cracked.
That's cool. I had cracked.
Easter of 78. It says on it. July. That says I don't say something. I don't know. Now this one's worth some money, and I have no idea what it is. But I looked it up when I first got it because I didn't know it. And that was actually a pretty expensive book. And it's kind of
The Best of Heavy Metal.
Yep.
But what is that?
I don't know. It was a $2.95 book. It was expensive, and the date on it is. Where's the date at on it? Oh, I don't see a date on it. I don't know. I found it on eBay, and somebody had a big sticker on it. I don't remember how much, but it was not a cheap book. It's a fantasy magazine. It was pretty crazy.
Because I'm like looking at it, I'm like, wait a minute, is that like Mad? Is that cracked? Like what the heck? But no, it's like on separate.
Here coming up, I'm saving to the end just to show you because I think you're gonna like it.
All right.
Now here's the bicentennial.
George Washington.
76.
That is cool.
Now this was a weird one. This was a cartoons. I don't know what that is, but
Me neither.
But here's the one I know that Stormy's going to love. Here we go.
Oh, Star Trek.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, that was the finale there on the magazines.
That is so funny.
So what I'll do is I'll do the comic books here next.
Holy crap! You just busted out a huge stack of them.
Oh, can you see them all? There's a bunch there.
Sort of. You got to move them. You got to move the Mads over.
Okay, hang on.
And then there you go.
Some of these I might have thrown in that I bought somewhere else. When I get to these older ones, I'll see it, but I'll go ahead and split them all the way. If you see something you want, Stormy, just say, I'll take that, and I'll throw it in the pile for you. Okay, so there's Adventures of Superman, but I don't think that's that old. That's
That looks newer. That looks like 2000s.
yeah, it's $1.50. So that's newer. I think these came in. Maybe they were in that box. I can't remember. I think these might be in a. Oh, I know what these were. These newer ones were in a grab bag I bought at a flea market one day.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so these I'll just go through these fast till we get to the good ones. This is a first issue, Rocketeer. Remember that?
Vaguely.
Yeah, that's an old thing.
I remember they made like a movie on it.
DC All-Star Comics. Now here's the older ones. They're starting back up. Remember this?
No.
Hot Stuff. You don't remember Hot Stuff?
No.
Oh my gosh, what year is this? Let's see if it says a year on it.
That looks like it's probably like 73.
February 35 cents, so it probably is in the 70s or in through there. Here's the some of the X-Men. That's probably why I bought the grab bags, because it was showing like the first book on there. So again, we're back into some of the grab bags. And I sold a lot of these. And so they're a hodgepodge there until we get to something notable.
See, the ones that I wish I didn't sell were the Infinity Gauntlet. I got rid of all 6 of those. I got rid of some amazing was it just regular Spider-Man or whatever? There had variant covers. I got rid of the Death of Superman. I got rid of like everything. And so there's like a handful that I wish I never got rid of.
Right.
And why I did it, I don't know.
Here's one. Here you go, Stormy. There's your age group.
Yeah, I didn't have that one. I had
Peter Parker series. I've got the #1 of that. So that's Peter Parker, the Amazing Spectacular Spider-Man, the Spectacular Spider-Man. But that should be August of maybe, I don't know what year that tells it is. But that's a 60 center. So we're getting closer to.
Yeah, I collected 93, 94.
Peter Parker. See, that Peter Parker started late. There's a 43. If you like Spider-Man, I can send these to you. There's 35 center. These are all Spider-Man. This was the series when I was in middle school. So this has got to be early 80s. Because late 70s. Because I graduated in 84 from high school, and Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, was out in the late 70s.
Gotcha.
So, and Spider-Woman came out there with it too. You remember that for a while?
I remember Spider-Woman, but I don't remember. Like again, this is before my time. These ones.
Yeah, I'm dating myself, aren't I?
Well, you just did when you said what year you graduated high school.
Yeah, and I don't care. There's some things I just don't. Here's an old one. It's a 15-cent meat.
I'm turning 40 in about a week here, bro.
Well, I'm 13 years older than you then.
Yep.
Now these are some older books here too. These are some of the Uncanny X-Men. These should probably be up in my collection, and they're not.
See, you're finding stuff that you don't even know you have that should be pulled out.
Well, like I said, I bought these in grab bags because of these particular books, and then I haven't done anything with them. Or I might have bought them. A lot of times you go to these comic book stores now. I don't know if you've seen this, and I think you can replace your collection, a good part of it, unless it's a limited edition, small series or something. Pretty easily. A lot of these comic book stores, especially if you tell me what you're looking for, Stormy, they have these 50-cent dollar boxes, and you're buying these 35, 40-cent books for $1 a piece that you're thinking, wow, those things are 20, 30 years old, and I get them that cheap. But
the ones I have that I sold, I know are anywhere between $50 to $100 a piece now.
Oh, wow.
And if I told you how much I sold them all for, you would punch me right in the neck.
Well, I tell you what, you'd be surprised what I found in some of the dollar boxes at some of these big comic book stores. Well, they'll just buy somebody's collection and just throw them out there for $1 a piece. Especially in some of the more rural cities where I'm traveling through in Southeast Ohio and Appalachia. Some of them don't really go out there and look and see what the book is or the price guide value is, and you can really flip some of that stuff and make some money. So if you have something particular, you want to email me a list of stuff or whatever, I can keep my eye out on it.
All right. I'll put together a list. I'll start putting it together.
Like if I'm working and I'm waiting for another appointment and I'm in somewhere like Waverly, Ohio, and I know there's a little comic book store down the street in this corner, a hole in the wall, I'll go in there and they might have 40 boxes of just $1 comics. And they're typically all in these bags because they were from people's collections they bought. And then a lot of times they'll have them alphabetized and sometimes they don't. And sometimes it's not too hard to find them or look for them. And I've actually replenished a lot of my X-Men comic book collection. And like if I went to go buy those books online, they might cost me $15, $20 a piece or more. And I've got them for $1 a piece, Stormy.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, even if, especially the random issues that aren't later, I mean, I don't know if it's Silver Age, Gold Age, what your Bronze Age comic books, where you're looking at. But if you give me a general idea, it's not going to hurt for me. I do it for my brother-in-law and a couple other buddies.
Sure.
Occasionally.
I remember, I have to look up the number, but I remember for whatever reason, and again, I never read them. It was weird. I would collect them just based on the cover and the number, and then I would just file them away. Ravenhawk Coins is here, by the way, guys. If you don't know Ravenhawk Coins, check him out. Ravenhawk, he's got not only an awesome channel where he does a lot of coin roll hunting and auctions and what have you, but he's also got quite the singing voice. So definitely check him out. Have you ever seen him, ECP?
I have. I know Raven well. Raven and I've talked on occasion. Yep.
For whatever reason, I say he sounds like Corey Feldman to me.
He does. I agree with that.
If you watch his thing,
that's exactly who he sounds like.
Yep.
You are right.
Yep. Sounds just like Corey Feldman. And I was saying to him too that we need to do a between him, Guido, and myself. I had an idea where I would play something on on piano, record it, send it to Guido. He would do the guitar, and then he would have to send it to Ravenhawk. But I think that the idea is a good idea, but I think in terms of actually getting it done, it probably won't happen. It's just I can't find the time to make videos, let alone record myself playing piano with a bucket on my head. But yeah, Ravenhawk, I'm excited that you came in here, dude. And Silvermac, it's good to see you too. Absolutely. Again, I want to thank Gunnar Kirk for coming in here, and Valley Pop for coming in, Silver Steeler, Aaron Krause, Sessa 14. I've got a lot of newer people coming in tonight, which is just awesome. But going back to your question, ECP, I would say I loved X-Men. I collected them again just based on the covers. I told you I had the I forget what X-Men it was, X-Men #1 or something, where it was like 9 different comic covers and they would make one big picture.
Oh, I've got those.
Yep.
That was later on. Yeah, I actually.
What was that, like 94?
Yeah, it was kind of funny you say that because I was actually working when that came out and had all the different hologram coverage and the same series with 5 different covers. And I bought multiples of those. If you want those, I've got duplicate copies in mint condition of those things.
Really?
Oh yeah, I got those. What I did with that, I had graduated high school in '84, college in '88. So when that came out, like in the mid '90s, I was probably had stopped with comic books since high school or whatever, probably latter part of middle school or whatever. And I walked into a comic book shop in Cross Lanes, West Virginia, and they had all those. And of course I was making good money for a young person, and really didn't have a lot of hobbies or anything again. And I started collecting the books again and just not reading them, just like you said. I'd say, okay, give me those 4 issues, slab them,
yes,
back them, and go.
That's all I did
because they were all #1s.
Yeah. Let me ask you.
I can hook you up with that,
dude. That would be sick. I'll email you the list of the comics that I regret selling, and then you
We can hang out, just you and I, the two of us, and I can get those books out and flip through them and find them and see if we're talking about the same thing. I think we are.
Yeah, there were like 9 of them, and it looked
Do you
like
remember during that time there was like the first appearance of Gambit or somebody
yes,
like
I had that one.
I've got it in mint condition. I bought it at that same place.
I had actually no, I didn't have first appearance of Gambit. I had first appearance of Bishop, whatever. He's like and that's like he's like a not a big character, but again, first appearances. Let's see here. Lee the Nerd, everyone go make a second Gmail and just sub Stacking Stormtrooper 5 minutes and we got that. Thank you, dude. Stephen Rice, what's going on, buddy?
There's
what was
my
this?
brother, Stephen Rice. He's the man. He's the man.
Stephen Rice is the man, dude. That guy knows his stuff when it comes to prepping. Holy cow. He was sending me these videos on all this different filtration system stuff that I have to check out. I still haven't checked it out, Stephen Rice. I'm sorry. It's still sitting.
We're going to get up with the right hardware system.
Oh man, there's so much there's so much that I that I need. You know, there's so much more.
You and I've had this conversation. You're still missing the most valuable asset you need to have.
Oh, I know. I kind of started to bring it up again. Dude, I just was able to get my office claimed, let alone trying to get firearm. Very challenging.
Well, I'll tell you what, you just got to keep on talking to her, take her out and shoot at the range, you catch her in the right mood and show her some of the new safety things that are out there, some of the hand safes that are only open with your fingerprints.
She's gone shooting, which is driving me nuts, man.
That's what I'm
She's
talking
gone on She sent me pictures of her at some range doing some clay shooting with the shotgun, and she said she was hitting them, and she had a great time. And I'm like, well, don't you remember you were saying how much of a great time you had? Like, why don't you want to, and she just, I don't know, man. I think, it comes down to like the fact that we have kids and just the thought of it in the house freaks her out. But
we can make it safe as safe can be. And that is truly the same. And, I'm going to venture to say that there's more chance of them getting a hold of one of your steak knives.
Hold on. One quick question. Ravenhawk brings up a good question about copyright strikes. And so Ravenhawk, he says, have you had any strikes using the theme song and Star Wars stuff? So I have one copyright claim on one of my videos. A claim is different than a strike. And a claim is, okay, South Carolina, I will, bud. Take care, man. And Lee the Nerd, take care. So Ravenhawk, one of my earlier videos, it's like 9 tips for silver stacking or something like that. I did use the beginning scrolling text from Star Wars with the music, and I got a copyright claim on it, which means that if that video were to ever be monetized and make money, all of the proceeds from that video will go to the copyright owners. And then I did a video called Stacking Things, which I had a whole intro. I definitely recommend checking out that video. It's funny. It's got the whole beginning of like Stranger Things, but it says Stacking Things, but it's the music from it. So I have a copyright claim there. So if any money comes from that video, it's going to go to the copyright owners. Now, when it comes to Star Wars stuff, okay, so we've got this thing back here, which is the COG, which is a trademarked item for Lucasfilms. That's Star Wars helmet. But this kind of falls under fair use and fan art. The helmet, I'm not dressed up as a stormtrooper. I'm not claiming to be a stormtrooper from the movie. I'm not saying that, so I don't have any strikes against me there. The one thing that I'm surprised I haven't gotten any strikes on is in the beginning of all of my videos, or at least my newer ones where I have my logo, I do have the first 4 seconds of the Imperial March, and I haven't gotten any flags for that. So I'm just going to let that continue on until I get slapped on the wrist and I get put in the timeout naughty corner. But no, I don't have any strikes, knock on wood, yet. Ravenhawk, very well explained, man. I know that Star Wars allows for a bit of leeway here and there. Yes, and the other thing too, Ravenhawk, is that again, I'm part of the 501st Legion, and 501st Legion happens to be the group that Lucasfilms, now Disney, will contact and say, hey, we have this big movie coming out, and we would love to get some people from the 501st Legion to make an appearance at this event or at this movie theater, and so on and so forth. So they do actually contact 501st Legion because they have the stuff that's canon to the film. So if you like see like Good Morning America or something, like for example Galaxy's Edge, which just opened not too long ago, they were doing a whole bunch of promos on all of the morning talk shows, and they needed a lot of 501st Legion members to go on there. So yeah, so the one thing I could also recommend for those of you in here who have any sort of concern with copyright claims or copyright infringement is if you go on my YouTube channel in the front page, whatever, like the first page that you get onto somebody's channel, I have one of the feature channels on there. This guy's name is Ian Corzine, and he is a lawyer who specializes in copyright and trademark law. And I so highly recommend that you check him out. And Ravenhawk, if you're still in here after me blabbing, I apologize. I know you do a lot of the singing along to a lot of that music, and all of that music is copyrighted. So the one reason I would say that you haven't received any copyright strikes is probably because the music is turned down a little bit and you're singing on top of it, as opposed to just playing it. But I would say definitely check out Ian Corzine's channel. So check that out. ECP, going back to you, brother.
Yeah, I got something I want to show you real quick, Stormy.
Yeah, show me.
Perfect. I just got this in the mail, and I'm ecstatic. Been trying to get this for a long, long time.
What is that?
That is a South Korea.
Oh, is that a Chiwoo thing?
Chiwoo. Now, that's a Scofa Privy. Only 25,000 minted, and only half of those actually came outside of their country of South Korea. So there's only 12,500 that even got out of the country made by Comsco. And it's a Chiwang Wang Scofa Privy. And this thing is freaking gorgeous. I think I'm going to send it and have it slabbed and graded.
That is awesome.
Oh, man. I
where's
the ghost one still? The ghost is even harder to get. So next I'm going to try and get the ghost. The ghost is off the hooks. Awesome.
Why are these so popular? I for whatever
the rarity, and then if you have to look at the story behind the warrior there from there's a big piece of paper that came with this. Let me see if I've got it. Hang on. There's a storyline behind this character.
Now, how many have they had? Like 3 or 4?
They do, and this one gives you some of the information there on it. And I hate to read it out loud there, but people, they want to screenshot it. But it basically says 2018 marks the third release of the highly sought-after Chiwoo Silver Bullion series. Special release is available with a Scofa Privy. That's that little mark you saw on it.
Yep.
And a low mintage of 25,000 units. Comsco, the official mint of South Korea, chose this historical figure to celebrate the country's first ever Silver Bullion series. I feel like I'm reading for the school teacher, Stormy.
You're doing a good job, man.
Chiwoo Cheongwang is reversed in Chinese and Korea cultures for both historical feats and folklore tales attributed to him. So he's actually a folklore hero. Contains 1 ounce of 99 fine silver, minted at Comsco, limited mintage of 25,000. 30 issue of this South Korean metal bullion series. The obverse is the shield of Chiwoo Cheongwang above the latent security features of Comsco's logo, surrounded by the date, finest denomination Republic of Korea, and the reverse depicts Chiwoo Cheongwang in military dress and a horse with legendary sword, along with the Scofa Privy mark. So that's the mark there you see right there on the bottom. Let's see if I can show it to you.
Holy crap.
See the Scofa Privy mark?
Yeah, just to tell you real quick, ECP, Guido just popped in.
Yeah.
Guido and I raised $525 for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Now, obviously, YouTube is going to take their cut from there because we did a lot via super chats. But we did pull in quite a good amount.
That's fantastic. Congratulations. That's just wonderful of you guys. It really is. It tells you about the 12 guardians, direction of Korea, growth and protection gods, sacred State Lake creatures, gods of sun, moon. You can read that bottom line. But
yeah. See, I
got some folklore behind it's what it is.
I don't really get into the numismatics part of stacking. Like I'm not like the most collectible stuff that I have in terms of coins, I would say would be like the what is it? The Phoenix and the Dragon, and then you got the double dragon, you have the dragon and the tiger. Those coins. And then I have just those rounds, the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse rounds that Provident did, and the Aztec calendar thing. But the other stuff I just kind of stack is pretty vanilla. But I definitely have to make you that list of the comics that I regret selling.
Oh yeah.
So you never collected any Spider-Man or?
I do. I have a lot of the Peter Parker, which was during my time.
Okay. Oh, you have the Prospector. That's like a generic Prospector round, isn't it?
Yep. It has the section and compass and stuff there on the back. That's kind of neat. I'm just grabbing some stuff. When you said that, I was trying to find a certain. There it is. There's when you talk about not collecting like the collectible.
Yeah.
The scratches or marks is on the flip, but this is like 1.5 ounces. And it is, look at this.
Yeah, Ravenhawk, no problem, buddy. Oh, what is that, a grizzly?
Grizzly, man.
That is cool.
I know, it's the Canadian fine 1.5 ounce Argent Pure, which I bet you Ravenhawk could tell us what Argent Pure is.
Ravenhawk, if you're still here and you didn't leave,
I think I won that on Silver Seeker's stream one night.
That is cool.
Yeah, it's pretty special. And these Canadian around this 2017, it's got Queen Elizabeth on there. But let's give something away, Stormy.
You want to give something away?
Give away a Mercury dime.
All right, guys, we're gonna end the stream with a giveaway hosted again by or sponsored by ECP. Ravenhawk, he was saying, "What's up?" And basically ECP was asking, "What does the Argent Pure mean on the 1.5 ounce Canadian coin with the grizzly on it? What does the Argent Pure on there mean?" And so we're gonna do a giveaway for the Mercury dime. And what are you thinking here, ECP? Do you want to do?
Hey, let's use technology. Let's use that bot you got.
Okay. So, guys, if you've been active in the chat, this is as easy as it gets. Here we go. Nightbot's going to choose, and it will come up in about a minute, more like 5 seconds. And then winner is Cessa14. No way. Cessa14, you won.
Congratulations.
Ravenhawk says Argent is silver, so it meant silver pure them. Dude, Cessa14 won. It's a big night for Cessa because Cessa14 won on Guido Stackin's channel a bunch of stuff too for the stuff.
Now she's got to join the ECP channel since she is a winner here.
Nice job, Cessa. Absolutely, Cessa. You've got to go subscribe to ECP.
Yep,
and
put my email back in there again, Stormy.
You got it.
There
we
Thanks
go.
For having me on, Stormy. It means a lot. I appreciate it.
Of course, dude. Cessa14, there's his email. So please email ECP and send ECP your mailing address. That's so funny. So Cessa has to email Guido, me, and you with his or her mailing address. And
all right. Since Cessa won, nobody else did. Let's do another one.
Oh, snap. Okay, guys. ECP's pulling out the Buffalo nickel. So we're going to do another one. So everybody get ready.
1935 night. It was a good year for wine.
Very nice. Awesome, awesome. Here we go, guys.
These are these are no scrubs either. These are strong dates.
Here we go. Nightbot's going to choose another winner. Another winner. And the winner is... Yeah, seriously, Donald. Hey, Black Wolf, what's going on, bro?
Tessa can't win twice.
Winner is Barbara Carbone.
Oh,
Barbara Carbone.
That's one of my faves.
If she's still in here.
Oh, we hope. But that's all right. We'll get a hold of her.
She's got to be in here. She was in here for a while.
Yeah, she was chatting back and forth with me earlier before I even...
There she is. She said groovy. So, Barbara, just email ECP your address if he doesn't already have it.
I don't have it. That's the first time she's won on something of mine.
2 winners. Look at that.
Oh, let's go for 3.
All right. Okay.
This is my last 1935. I'm getting rid of the whole series I was selling.
All right, here we go, guys.
35 quarter.
Here we go. So again, ECP, he's awesome. He sponsored a giveaway off the fly last time. He's doing it again here. So here we go. We've got a 1935 silver quarter. And the winner will be chosen by Nightbot in about 5 seconds. Barbara says, thank you, ECP.
Oh, you're more than welcome, Barbara. I'm sitting there.
Sessa also said, thank you. Winner is Aaron Krause. Is Aaron still in the house? Is Krause in the house? Ravenhawk says, nice. Timothy, yep, Aaron, make sure you email ECP. I'm going to paste ECP's link in here.
Yeah, put it up there again.
And again, guys, we're trying to drive ECP over 700.
I'd say it probably happened, and I haven't even looked.
I can't look either, only because I have like a bunch of windows open. And if actually, you know what? Let me see. I could try. I just don't want to crash my.
Look, hang on. I'll look. Don't crash it.
All right.
I'll go. Look here. I'll go to my channel here on my phone. Oh, 692.
Oh, come on, guys. He's 8 away.
Wow.
Could we push him? Can we push ECP? If you like Guido's content and if you like my content or if you like the streams that you were hanging out tonight, you got to hang out with ECP also. He is just as entertaining as the rest of us. Check him out. He does a lot of awesome videos. And he's like a jack of all trades. I mean, he does a little bit of videos with farming. Then he does some coin roll hunting. He does a lot of prospecting.
Yeah, it's a variety channel for sure.
And then he's got the comics. I mean, the guy's got a bunch of different interests. So check him out for sure. Ravenhawk says, see you around, bro. Second Stormtrooper got to roll. Thank you. Hey, Ravenhawk, anytime, buddy. Anytime, man. So, guys, definitely hit up ECP.
We'll be over before the weekend, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, you will. Absolutely.
We'll hit it good. But, man, thanks for having me on. I know I'm probably keeping everybody up late. Everybody's probably got to go to work like I do in the morning.
I got to go to sleep. But, hey, man, always a pleasure having you.
Having me on. I really, whenever I get up to the city, I'll give you a shout and get out and buy you lunch or dinner one night.
All right, buddy. It sounds good. I
was down in Orlando, and Novus and I were going to link up. And it was kind of tough. It was just a long weekend, and my wife and I just kind of just doing some me time for the two of us. And I didn't bug him, and I don't think my wife would have been real thrilled about it, so I passed on it.
Gotcha.
I told him next time I'm down there in Orlando, we're probably going to go back down here in another 3 to 6 months. I'm gonna look him up, but I want to wait till it cools back down some. I don't want to go down there in the heat.
Oh heck no, nasty down there.
No, not at all.
But if you end up getting bored or whatever later on, just go check out the live stream around like the 19-minute mark, give or take. The one I just did with Novus.
Yeah, I got to check that out. I'll do that late tonight when I need to laugh. Between
19 minutes and like 30 minutes. It's like that 11-minute stretch there. I'm just asking random people if they've seen Novus, and then people in the chat.
That reminds me of like the David Letterman show.
Yes.
Yeah, they did stuff like that.
Go up to random people.
Those things were so funny when they did stuff like that late night.
Well, Bella's dad, a.k.a. Phil, was asking me. He was like, oh, here, hold on. Timothy's asking for a link to your channel. Let me pull that up, unless you're able to paste it in there, ECP, in the chat.
If my phone hadn't died, let me see.
All right, let me try to get you up there, buddy. Let me try to get you up there. Let me go to subscriptions, ECP, East Coast Prospecting. 1 second, guys. I'm going to put ECP's channel link in there for my computer.
Yeah, and if you click on a comment of mine, you can go straight to the channel too.
Yeah, that too.
I think that did it.
That does do it. I clicked on your name. Now I just got to copy the link. Copy. And I'm going to paste it.
There you go.
Oh, you got it in there before me. This is slow, my computer.
No, I'm just on the phone. I'm on the phone here, and I'm on the iPad for the Hangouts. And I mean, I'm just an iPhone, iPad. I'm an Apple man all the way around, and I rarely get on my laptop for work. I'm pretty much. I bet you we own 4 iPads and probably 6 iPhones.
Oh my God.
In the family, I say that, but it's kind of like
it's a lot.
I need to get a laptop and really start getting back into having a desktop, and I haven't. And I keep talking about it, and I've never went out and bought one yet. I talked to you about it, doing different things, a MacBook even.
Yeah, but you know what? So much is cloud-based now. Like I said, like I just use this Chromebook, and this thing.
At those a lot too. The Chromebooks had some things I really liked.
Yeah.
There were some downsides too when I really dug into it a little bit.
Of course, yeah.
So I haven't made up my mind yet, but right now if I could just get to 1,000, it'd solve all my problems.
Right.
I think YouTube should have probably done something a little differently than that. Maybe they should have looked at people that had active channels or doing stuff like this versus do a random 1,000. Yes. Because the people, when they had that New Zealand shooting, is my understanding why they did that. They could have done something else to have a delayed stream or stop something or stop at that point.
Right.
I think there was other alternatives. And I think what they did was they really hurt a lot of their channels more than what they realized, because I had a good friend that had probably 500 or 600 subscribers, and he would do catfish tournaments, fishing tournaments. And they would go from boat to boat to boat every 15 minutes.
Yeah, I remember you were saying this.
Yeah, and the whole venue and that whole thing for YouTube just stopped because all of those fishermen did not have 1,000 subscribers, and they could no longer go live on their boats any longer.
Right.
And I don't think YouTube really realizes the haste in their decision and what they did. I really don't. And I don't think that the Hangouts or the Streamlabs and stuff has really replaced the ease of just hitting go live on your phone right there.
Right.
OBS, everything. I mean, I did OBS, I did Streamlabs, I did all of them, played with it. And the other option where it just used to be straight from your phone, I just think was so much easier.
It is. Yeah. They definitely shot themselves in the foot, in my opinion. But
I think so too. I think that, and it's really slowed me down. I don't put as much content up because, like you said, the coin roll hunts I haven't done since I stopped going live. I'll start them back up when I hit 1,000. But for me, there's no real sense to go out of my way to try and do that. Now, I borrowed my daughter's laptop for a while and kept it going.
Yeah.
That kind of got old. I mean, until I buy myself a laptop and get real comfortable with it. But I'm pretty much, extremely efficient with an iPad. I'll say that.
Right.
If it can be done with an iPad or an Apple product, I can typically take care of it.
I hear you, man.
Yeah, but see, I work with it all day long. I mean, I have an iPad going to office. All my orders, all my samples, everything goes through that. So I'm so used to using it. It's like having your watch on,
Yeah, I mean, and that's why, again, like I use the Chromebook just because it's cloud-based. Like I really only need, my iPhone. I don't need like ton of storage and like speed and everything like that. But anyhow, so listen, man, gotta wrap. I'm tired here.
Yeah, you and me both. I'm kind of starting to catch some Z's here myself.
I've been wearing this helmet since
Stormy, 8. Thank you so much, and
Yeah,
I
dude.
think I've already got your address. I want to send you something out here too, and I'll try and do that here after this weekend. But I think I already have it. If I don't, send it to me again. I'm gonna get something out in the mail to you.
All right, sounds cool, man.
Something special, something different.
You don't have to, but
Yeah, I got a few things I got in mind here.
all
But
righty, cool.
definitely when you send me your list of book types or whatever, let me know, and then give me your mailing address too, because I might even have some in my collection as I dig through. I have a few boxes that are just random books too that I've just picked up for like a song.
Right.
Those things might have something in there that is special for you.
Cool, man. Thank you so much.
Hey, you take care. We appreciate everybody out there. Thanks for watching Stormy and listen to my big mouth.
Everybody, thank you so much for hanging with us. We appreciate it. JT, good to see you. Sorry, we're actually wrapping up here, but guys, it's great to have everybody here. Have a great night, all, and take care and long live the Empire.